Today we will tell you how to write a blog post in a simple and effective way in just 7 steps. Most blog post writing guides cover everything under the sun, so if you don't want to sit through hours upon hours of tips that you don't even need, then stick with us. For the sake of simplicity, we will assume that you already have your topic chosen and we will start from there. The first thing to do is to check what's already out there. Why? To get some inspiration, yes, but you also don't want to just repeat what everyone else is already saying. It will also give you a good idea of what people actually are searching for. This is what we call search intent. Try to look for the essential things you need to cover about the topic, what unique angles and approaches others have found, and what kind of visuals and extras they have created. Step number 2 is to find a unique angle. Armed with all that information, try to find what's missing. Is there an aspect that others haven't covered? Could this information be organized any better? What can you add that's unique to you and adds value? Whether it's a unique angle or new visuals or videos that you can create, interviews or quotes that you can collect, try to find something that will make your blog post different. Just going through what everyone else has already written, compiling information and rewriting a little bit won't cut it anymore. Step number 3 is to make an outline. When you already know what you want to write about, sit down and make an outline. It will give you a bird's eye view of your whole article so you can see if it flows naturally and logically. The outline will basically be a list of the headings or topics that your article is going to cover. Try not to stick with just simple headings, but go with a structure. So start with H2 level headings and you can break them down into smaller topics, which will be represented by H3. This is the secret sauce that will make writing your blog post 10 times faster. Step number 4 is to write it section by section. With your outline done, you have half the work done already. Now all you have to do is go through your headlines and write a few paragraphs for each. The good thing is you won't be paralyzed by sitting in front of an empty page and thinking about what to write. Just get a cup of coffee and crank it out. Also at this step, don't think about making it too perfect yet. If you want to make the process even faster, you can try dictating your content using a voice-to-speech solution. It will not only make it faster, but the end result might also sound even more like you. And then a few more tips for writing the content. Try to keep your sentences short so it's easier to understand. Limit your paragraphs also to 3 to 4 lines max so they are not too overwhelming. Use a consistent tone of voice throughout the whole article. And don't be afraid to use lists if you have a lot of information to pass on. Step number 5 is to proofread and edit it. When you're done with the writing, just close your laptop, put it aside, go for a walk, clear your head, and give yourself time because you will need a fresh set of eyes to do the editing and proofreading. When you are ready to go though, sit down and read through the whole blog post from the very beginning. Look for typos, weird phrases, and sentences to shorten. You can of course do this yourself, but it's even better if you can ask a colleague or friend who knows writing very well to do this for you. Because no matter how much you rested, it's always going to be harder to spot typos and errors in your own writing. Step number 6 is adding visuals and other extras. Breaking up your paragraphs and shortening your sentences help with readability, but sometimes that's just not enough. And that is when visuals and other extras come into play. They not only help break up the text, but will make your blog post more fun and engaging for your readers. And if your readers enjoy your post and spend more time on it, search engines will take notice too. You can consider adding things like screenshots that illustrate what you're talking about, infographics that break down complex processes or concepts, videos that you have created on the topic, photos, whether that's your own or free ones that don't scream stock. We love Jeep photos for that, by the way. Social media icons leading to the profiles of brands or people that you're writing about, or even buttons linking out to products or other websites that you have mentioned. Or even just mixing in sections where the text is next to the image, not underneath, can help. And the last step is to optimize your blog post for SEO. These days, the biggest requirement that search engines have for you is for your blog post to be unique and valuable to your readers. So if you have followed the previous 6 steps, you should be good to go in that regard. But there are still some technical details that you should pay attention to make sure everything is in order. First, Make sure that you format your text correctly. Your body text should always be paragraph, and your headings should be formatted as headings accordingly, so H2, H3, and so on. Make sure to also write alt text to all your images. They not only help with people with screen readers, so great for accessibility, but they also give context to search engines on what your post and your visuals are all about. And lastly, make sure to always complete your meta title and description so people know what the piece is about when it gets shared on social media or messaging apps like Slack. It is not strictly for SEO, but make sure your website analytics are ready to go as well, so you know which blog posts people read the most and where most of your traffic comes from. For that, you can try to set up an analytics tool, or the best blogging platforms like Copyfolio have ones built in and ready to go for you. Are you ready to jump into blogging but don't have an actual blog yet? If you are looking for a blogging platform, make sure to check out Copyfolio. Copyfolio have a what you see is what you get type of editor, so no complex and confusing backend view, which makes the process very intuitive and easy. It makes designing super easy with global presets and palettes. Websites built with Copyfolio are automatically responsive, so they look great on mobile or any other device. It has a built-in cookieless analytics that will tell you where your traffic comes from and what pages people checked. You can also easily buy your domain within the app, and it overall lets you focus on the content while it takes care of all the technical details. If it sounds up your alley, then make sure to check it out at copyfol.io. If you have any other blogging related topics that you would like us to cover or any questions, then leave them in the comments. Other than that, thank you for watching and we will see you in the next video.